showed up in that old white tee, the one I said made you look free. Hair tied back like the old days, but I ain't felt that way, not in a while. You laugh like you forgot the fights, tried to turn wrong into right, but every word hit 2 years late, and I ain't got that kind of faith. You said I miss this town, miss you too, but baby I've changed more than you knew. You kissed me like nothing broke, but it didn't light, it didn't smoke. No fire left, just cold wind blowing. I smiled but I wasn't holding that version of you I used to crave. You came back, but it didn't hit the same. We sat on my porch in quiet words, talk about life like we weren't hurt, but every glance felt dressed in dust, like trying to fake a kind of trust. You asked if I still drive out west. I said, nah, I ain't chased much since. Truth is I don't race no more, I just park where it hurts less. You said I still wear your ring sometimes. I said I stopped waiting back at line 1. You kissed me like nothing broke, but it didn't light, it didn't smoke. No fire left, just cold wind blowing. I smiled but I wasn't holding that version of you I used to crave. You came back, but it didn't hit the same. Maybe love don't circle right, maybe some hearts just lose the fight, and yours showed up in yesterday's frame, but mine ain't hanging it the same. You kissed me like nothing broke, but it didn't light, it didn't smoke. No fire left, just cold wind blowing. I smiled but I wasn't holding that version of you I used to crave. You came back, but it didn't hit the same.
There's a gate that creaks like Grandpa's laugh, still leans just right when the wind walks past. I sit out back by the sycamore tree, where Mama hung the clothes to dry on me. The porch still sings when you step just so. Same old boards from years ago. If these hills could hold what they've seen, they'd sing you stories soft and clean. And I'm older now, but when I'm here, the silence sounds like someone near. I still remember, golden as a late September sun that paints the roof with gold, hands that worked and hearts that hold. Maybe time just makes it clear the things we lose still feel so near. I close my eyes and I'm back there in the fields I still remember. Found my name carved in the old barn wall, next to hers and a little heart small. We were 12 when stars were low. We thought the world moved just that slow. You can't hold time, but you can see where it danced and whispered to me. Fields I still remember, like the voice of my old sender. Morning dew and wooden rails, letters lost in paper trails. Now I sing and let them go, like the creek that learned to flow. Not goodbye, just softer weather in the fields I still remember.
Your coat hangs on that porch once more, a frozen scene from days before. I found it there, untouched, unsaid, a silent mark of words unsaid. The clock moves slow but never fades, like heavy dust on empty shades. We said farewell but didn't part, still carrying the weight of heart. 5 years on the same goodbye, the moments change but not the why. Love repeats without a sound, a loop that keeps my feet on ground. We stand still in quiet fight, two souls lost in fading light. I trace the road we vowed to take, but every step feels more mistake. The past hangs thick like morning haze, no new breeze breaks these old days. The nights stretch long, the days remain, our story stuck in silent pain. I search for where to find release, but you're the calm inside my peace. 5 years on the same goodbye, the tears have dried but still the sigh. Love repeats without a sound, a loop that keeps my feet on ground, still caught beneath the fading sky. Two souls lost in quiet cries. Maybe someday the stillness ends, and time will heal what love once penned. But until then we hold the chain, 5 years on the same refrain.
Saw you standing by the county line, smile like summer, but your hand ain't mine. No small talk, just a breath or two, a glance that said we made it through. We ain't the same, but we're alright. voice felt soft like a Sunday night. No heavy heart, no bitter tone, just two folks who've both grown. Turn that page like people do. Left those lines back in 22. Ain't no blame, ain't no regret. Just a fire that burned and left. You had your road and I found mine, but a piece of you still lives in time. We turn that page and that's just fine. You sip small, some bitter brew, laughed and said you still hate blue. I just smiled and said not much, but truth is I still miss your touch. We weren't wrong, just out of sync. We needed air, we couldn't think. Now I breathe when I hear your name. A little late, but not the same. We turn that page and it reads clear. Love don't die, it disappears. Faded slow like old tattoos, but some marks still bleed through. You raised your glass, I raised mine too. Way bitten cloud just better too. We turn that page in the air. I never knew eternity till.
Dust hangs where the rhythm stops, notes left floating from the top. Fingers freeze on well-worn fret, chasing chords that won't forget. Wind walks slow through wooden beams, tugging threads of buried dreams. Every pause and every sway speaks of what we couldn't say. In the silence between strings lies the weight of all we meant. Moments caught with feathered wings, too soft to leave a dent. What we lost still gently clings in the silence between strings. Not every song has a name, not every fire needs a flame. Some hearts hum beneath the floor, never knocking on the door. In the silence between strings, truth sits still without a sound. No spotlight, no golden rings, just a pulse beneath the ground, where the soul of sorrow sings in the silence pulling strings.
Hung on the wall but tells no tale, still ticks like it's chasing mail. A loop of seconds round and round, but never points to where it's bound. Sun comes in and dust drifts slow, pages turn but nothing shows. The heart still beats to some old band, just a clock without an hour hand. No morning mark, no evening plan, just standing in some nowhere land. It knows the beat forgets the plan. That clock without an hour Some wounds don't bleed, they tick instead, marking days that should have fled. Yet here it stays, nailed to the wall, measuring time that means nothing at all. So when you stare and feel the freeze, like time just hums and never leaves, you might just live where silence stands. Inside that clock with no hour
The pavement cracks where I once stood, dust still dances where I stacked wood. That old oak leans the way it did back when I was just a kid. Barn's been gone for 20 years, but I still hear the cattle's cheers. The wind hums low in harmony down the road that remembers me. It don't forget my boots, my stride, for every time I try to hide. No street signs, no marquee, but it's the road that remembers me. Ma's laugh rang out like Sunday chimes. I carved our names in crooked lines. Most things fade eventually, but not this road beneath my feet. I lived, I broke, I found my name in cities that all felt the same. But this dirt speaks more honestly than all the noise that follows It just recalls the way I live. No fame, no legacy, just the road that remembers me.
Saw your face in a diner glass, right where you used to sit and laugh. That old jukebox play Ring of Fire. Funny how it still lights that wire. You moved on with your big old plans. Guess I never fit in that kind of dance. I stayed behind with my old truck. You drove off, never looked up. Ain't no anger, ain't no fight, but damn, it still keeps me up at night. No slamming doors, no saying lies, just a slow goodbye in your quiet eyes. But I still got that song on my radio when I drive alone. Still got that beat in my chest when the rain taps down like you never left. Still smell your perfume in this cab. Still hear you laughing when I play it back. You let go like it was nothing wrong, but I still got that song. Barstool ain't much of a friend, but it don't talk back, don't pretend. Every sip just buys me time to rewind you in my mind. You were the melody I can't rewrite, even now in the dead of night. But I still got that song in my bones where you used to belong. Still got your ghost on these strings. Every chord still stings. You said goodbye like a quiet home. Left me here when the morning comes. Ain't got you, but it won't be long till I'm free of this. Still got that song.
Footprints fade on a road long dry. Sunlight leans on fences high. Names once carved on old barn doors have blurred beneath forgotten shores. Rust speaks louder than regrets on wind chimes made from silhouettes. Fields lie down in golden rows, but not all stories choose to close. When dust remembers, it don't lie, carries the weight of every why. Settle slow on what we lose, on choices worn like weathered shoes. It don't cry, but it don't rest. It just clings to what we live. Not
hesitate.
Worn scars ache where words once cut too deep. Old wounds linger, haunting in my sleep. Gentle rain falls soft on hardened ground, washing clean what pain has tightly bound. Humble steps I seek to right the wrong. Forgiveness blooms where hearts can still belong. Forgiveness mends like rivers smoothing stone. Frees my heart from burdens I've long known. Every grudge let go, a weight released, healing soul and mind. My inner peace, in its grace I find my strength to grow, lifting me where love can freely flow. Cold nights fade where anger used to reign. Soft light breaks through clouds of stubborn pain. Your kind eyes, once distant, now feel near, bridging years with truth so crystal clear. Holding out my hand that set us free. Forgiveness carves a path for you and me. Forgiveness mends like rivers smoothing stone. Frees my heart from burdens I've long known. Every grudge let go, the weight released, healing soul and mind. My inner peace, in its grace I find my strength to grow, lifting me where love can freely flow. Will my heart stay open when old hurts rise again? Can I mend this thread through time's unyielding strain? Forgiveness builds a bridge where walls once stood so tall, carrying my soul beyond the fall. Forgiveness mends like rivers smoothing stone. Frees my heart from burdens I've long known. Every grudge let go, a weight released, healing soul and mind. My inner peace, in its grace I find my strength to grow, lifting me where love can freely flow. Wheels hum low on gravel road, stars above in silent cold. Every breath a whispered prayer beneath the endless sky out there. Fields stretch wide like open arms, carrying both wounds and charms. The night is dark but never cold, for stories here are never old. Beneath the endless sky so wide, no place to run, no place to hide. Just the heart and open air, a lonely man with time to spare. Old guitar and worn out boots, songs of love and hard-won truths. Memories drift like desert sand, slipping softly through my hands. Life's a road both harsh and kind, leading us to what we find. No regrets for paths we try, just living here beneath the sky. Beneath the endless sky so wide, peace is found, no need to fight. A wandering soul, a steady side, just a man beneath the sky.
Hold a tank, dashboard light, moon hanging low like a cheap porch light. Bought a pack of smokes, didn't even light, just needed something in my hand tonight. Last time I came here, it was with you, laughing about the things we never do. Now it's quiet, just pumps and neon, and a memory I keep leaning on. Ain't no drunk text, no I miss you call, just me and a ghost leaning on this wall. This midnight gas station still smells like June. You laugh in my jacket, your lips in that tune. I ain't here for closure, ain't here to forget, just need the silence to smoke what's left. Clerk's half asleep, counting change, like he knows I'm stuck in yesterday's rain. That gravel crunch still sounds like goodbye when your tail light hit that AM sky. I ain't looking back, just stuck in a pause between who we were and what we lost. At this midnight gas station, I don't need much, just a little cold air and a hurt I trust. I ain't begging for nothing, I ain't searching for signs, just letting that silence fill in your lines. This midnight gas station,
First rays touch the flowing stream, morning's light begins to gleam. Ripples catch the softest glow, promises that gently grow. rise with songs so clear, bringing hope for all to hear. The water hums a quiet tune, welcoming the coming noon. Dawn at the river bend, where earth and sky both blend. Every day brings something new, past to walk and dreams to view. Seated near the water's side, peace and calm are my guide. In this place my heart can see all the things that wait for me. With open arms I face the day, grateful for this gentle way. Dawn's soft light will lead me through, a fresh start shining true.
Trousers big and sad, old school fans, blue jeans, sunburned innocence. You'd sneak in with that crooked smile. God, I thought we lasted a while. You drive too fast on gravel roads, windows down, my hair would blow. We didn't say much, didn't need to. Your hand found mine like it always knew. And every Friday felt like June when you looked at me that way, like you always do. Back then in July, we were fireflies and cheap wine, your name carved in the maple bark, my laugh caught in your mason jar. Didn't think we'd ever fade, just two kids in a golden haze. But looking back I see it clear, some things only bloom one year. Your jacket still hangs on my door, I wear it sometimes when nights get cold. I don't cry, but I don't smile the way I did for that short while. You kissed me once beneath the sign of that diner off the county line. Now it's boarded up, but in my mind that moment still rewinds. And I still hum that same old tune of you and me and summer moons. Back then in July, hearts wide open, no goodbyes. Your laugh still lingers in the breeze, like honey dripping through the trees. Didn't think we'd ever end, but first loves really make it past the bend. And I still keep that sweet old fear that nothing will feel quite like that year.
It was a Tuesday, just past 9. You're sitting on that porch, sipping Miller Lite. You said nothing, but I felt the way like a storm about to hit the gate. Didn't ask where you'd been, didn't count who you were with. Just watch that taillight bend down the gravel, gone again. I ain't mad, just soaking wet. Rain hit hard where your words left. All that smoke just hung around. Guess goodbye don't make a sound. You don't slam no door in the wind, but you still know it's the end. Radio humming that sad old song about leaving slow but staying gone. I lit one up, let it burn half down, thinking about you in this broke down town. Maybe love just ain't a fire. Some nights it's just cold tired. No goodbye, no last call, just a breath before the fall. I ain't mad, just feeling spent. Rain still falling where you went. This old heart, it ain't proud, but it knows when to burn out. No more chasing where you've been. Just a man in the back porch rain.
Rain on the roof, mom's low, smells like home from the screen door glow. Boots by the step, same old floor. I swore I'd leave, but I came back more. Years roll fast, dust don't lie. That porch still creaks like a worn out sigh. Love don't shout, it just stays in a back porch light. And the things we say without a word, like Dad's old way. This is the house where I learned to stay. Rain on the roof, and I just pray, let it stay this way. One more day,
torn in two, stained by rain and worn by dew. Lines once clear now barely stay, still I fold and walk my way. Mountains drawn in crooked aim, rivers lost in time's slow blame. Names erased by hands unknown, yet I follow though alone. This faded map still points me on, though every mark feels almost gone. No compass true, no guide in sight, just faith that keeps me through the night. I've taken turns that led to dust, I've traded gold for quiet trust, but something in this path I take feels more than all the roads I fake. Some chase charts with perfect lines, but miss the cracks where meaning hides. Mine may fold and mine may tear, but every bend has brought me here. This faded map, though weathered thin, still holds the trail I carry in. Those stars may dim and trails may shift, I walk with hope, my only gift.
By the bend in that old road, where the wildflowers slowly grow, there's a stone with cracks like veins, still waiting through the sun and rain. It watched the boots that never stayed, felt each footstep drift away. Time forgot its quiet post, but it held on the longest most. Some love don't ride, don't shout or move, it just endures and tries to prove even stillness can be faded like the stone that simply waited. Years rolled by, the fence fell down, birdsong changed its morning sound, but no goodbye was ever stated, so the stone just waited. You won't see pain carved on its face, but it stood firm in that place. Some hearts don't get celebrated, they just wait, like that stone waited.
Saw it drifting in the light, floating soft just out of sight. Reached my hand, it slipped away, like every word I didn't say. Hung above like some old prayer, never touched, just filled the air. Stayed in limbo, never planned it. That feather never landed. Some things hover and never fall, not high enough to hear the call. Like love too scared to be demanded, like dreams the earth never commanded. It came so close, but the feather never landed. Left me watching, holding still, learning how to lose at will. Not every ending gets commanded. Some float off, never stranded. You can chase or you can wait, but some truths hesitate. And sometimes what we took for granted was just a feather, never landed. Some things were never branded. Some love was never handed, like that feather that never landed.
There's a space across from me where your smile used to be. Folks are said the same old way, but silence fills the break of day. Steam once danced above the plate. Now it cools while I just wait. Your seat stays pulled, the napkin pressed, as if you join me like the rest. The empty chair by the table holds more weight than I'm able. Wooden grain, still and bare, but your absence lingers there. The pain reflects a faded hue, where morning light once shone. Creak it makes when touched too fast, still echoes moments that have passed. I don't speak your name out loud, but in my thoughts you're never bound. Each meal I serve, each glass I raise, still turns back to those old days. The empty chair by the table, more than wood, more than labor. hold your shape, your quiet grace in every breath of this small place. So I sit and sometimes stare at that still and silent chair. Not to grieve, just to recall that you once sat there through it all. Wooden slats, a coat of gray, leaning slow, but still it stays. Gravel road and field so wide, sun hanging low on the countryside. Sit out back as evening came, counting clouds that had no name, and every breeze that passed me by felt like a song without goodbye. Cool wind by the fence so still, carried dreams from off that hill. I close my eyes and just pretend that days like these would never end. Ma called out, supper's near, smell of bread and summer's cheer. And though I've grown and moved away, that breeze still finds me where I stay. Cool wind by the fence so still, carried dreams from off that hill. I close my eyes and just pretend that days like these would never end. So when life turns a little tense, I drift back to that old fence where the cool wind always knew how to make the world feel new. Cool wind by the fence so still, carry dreams from off that hill. I close my eyes and just pretend that days like these would never end. Never Floorboards know the way to days, not by words, but how they sway. Every creak a muted vow that time remembers even now. No slam of doors, no broken glass, just air too still for things to pass. Spaces filled with all we meant, too quiet now to circumvent. Not the sound, but what it hides between the heels and fading strides. Truth's not in what the echoes kept, but in the silence between the steps.
slide, but never far, trailing hush like old guitars. No thunder ever mourns or weeps, just silence, wide and far too deep. So if a hallway pulls you in, with nothing loud and nothing thin, you're not alone, just where love slept inside the silence between the steps. Not the sound, but what it hides between the heels and fading strides. Truth's not in what the echoes kept, but in the silence between the steps.
There's a store with doors that never close, dusty shelves and worn out clothes. Folks still wave from porches wide, as if the world forgot to slide. No neon signs, no buzzing roads, just winding lanes and heavy loads. A dog asleep on chapel stone, the kind of quiet you call home. It's a place where the clock forgot to turn, where lessons live and silence burns. Time rolled past, but left behind a town that chose its slower kind. The diner's gone, but not the smell of Sunday stew and old church bells. No one's rushing, no one's late. The pace is just what hearts can take. So if you're lost or tired of noise, come find the land of humble joys, where stories breathe in every fern, a place the clock forgot to turn. It's a place where the clock forgot to turn, where lessons live and silence burns. Time rolled past, but left behind a town that chose its slower kind.
We've laughed our way through Friday nights. You knew my heart, but not the why. I held it in, afraid to break what
we had and what's at stake. But every time you lean on me, it gets harder not to speak. You call me friend, I play along, but girl, that word feels kinda wrong. 'Cause every time you smile like that, I lose the breath I thought I had. I've been quiet, scared it ends, but I love you more than friends. You talk about some guy you met. I nod and drink, try to forget. But you don't see the way I look. When you ain't looking, I'm an open book. If I don't say it now, I'll regret all the nights we never met. You call me friend, I say okay, but this truth just won't go away. You're the first light in my sky, the reason why I even try. I've been waiting for this sin to say I love you more than friends. You call me friend, I play along, but girl, that word feels kinda wrong. 'Cause every time you smile like that, I lose the breath I thought I had. I've been quiet, scared it ends, but I love you more than friends.
Soft hammer-ons on G-string, plug with thumb and middle finger. Use lo-fi tape, a warm tone. She worked the night shift, chevron all night. Flannel shirt, sleeves roll, smile just right. Had a jar of roses by the cashier light. Said these ain't for sale, just makes it feel nice. Paid for my coffee, stayed past my break, talking about whether her dog named Jake. That was all it took to slow me down. A little gas station piece in a fast-paced town. She never needed diamond rings, just cheap perfume and worn-out dreams. She gave me gas station roses, smell like fuel and hope and closeness. Wrapped them up in yesterday's news. Said this is all I got, but it's true. Now I pass that pump, every red light glowing. Still miss those gas station roses. I heard she left town packed in the dark, tired of fixing hearts in a broken park. But I kept one pedal in my glove box 10, faded red but it pulls me back in. She made $5 look like grace. Damn, she lit up that grimy place. She gave me gas station roses with that look like, boy, you know this. No fancy words, no need for showing, just truth in the way she was holding. Now I pass that pump, feel the ghost wind blowing. Still miss those gas station roses. We were quiet when the sun slipped down, boots on gravel, not a word in town. You looked away, but your hand stayed close, like we both knew this night might ghost. Tire marks where we used to park, cigarette glow in the country dark. Didn't ask and you didn't explain, guess some hearts just leave like rain. You blinked slow like you were saying goodbye, but your lips, they never tried. And I knew from your breathing low, you were done, but taking it slow. Same old county road, different kind of ride. Empty shotgun seat, no heat on my side. Didn't yell, didn't cry, just let it all slide like a goodbye kiss that never got tired. You didn't break me, but you left a dent. Words unspoken, but fully spent. And now I'm driving back with the silence loud. Same road, same man, just know you now. You left your sweater on the dash again. Smells like cedar and back porch wind. I don't touch it, but I don't let it go. Still ain't learned to drive on slow. Maybe love don't scream or slam. Sometimes it fades where it began. Same old county road still drives the same, but every mile whispers your name. Didn't break down, but I ain't right. Lost something more than just that night. You didn't fight, but you didn't stay. Guess goodbye comes a quiet way. And I'm just singing to the empty seat. Same damn song on this week. Same old county road still drives the same, but every mile whispers your name. Didn't break down, but I ain't right. Lost something more than just that night. You didn't fight, but you didn't stay. Guess goodbye comes a quiet way. And I'm just singing to the empty seat. Same damn song on this repeat. Left your coat by the stairs like you might swing back someday. Coffee's cold, but I sip slow, pretending you're on your way. Neighbors talk like they know, but truth's too quiet to say. You left no storm, just that calm that never goes away. Your perfume still haunts this hall, not loud, just enough to fall into that space where you should be. And baby, it still don't let me breathe. Half a light on, half a heart broke. Half of me still reads your notes, and I ain't mad, just missing things, like your voice humming while water rains. You didn't slam the door, you didn't shout, and you just faded slow and walked right out. And love don't always end in flames, sometimes it just forgets your name. That picture frame still cracked from when we dropped it last July. I meant to fix it, but some things just feel better when they lie. The moon hits your side of the bed, I sleep on mine like it's a lie. And even silence now feels loud when your heartbeat ain't near mine. I talk softer now like I'm scared to break the air. Your ghost not angry, it's just everywhere. Thought I'd move on like a song on repeat, but this one ends where you used to be. Half a light on just in case you remember this old place. And maybe love ain't all that kind, but it stays
You took the warm, left the cold, and I don't blame you, not this time. Sometimes hearts just fall out of rhyme.
Old planks creak beneath my feet, where river bends and memories meet. Sunlight dances on water's face, a quiet, sacred kind of place. We'd race across with hearts so light, laugh till stars replace the night. That wooden bridge held all our dreams, more than just boards and nails, it seems. Wooden bridge over the little stream, holding fast to every dream. Though years have passed and time moves on, that place remains where we belong. Now I walk alone in twilight's glow, watching ripples softly flow. The bridge may age, but memories stay, a part of me that won't fade away. So here's to the bridge, warm and true, a piece of home I carry through, where laughter lived and silence spoke, in every step a gentle hope. Wooden bridge over the little stream, holding fast to every dream. Though years have passed and time moves on, that place remains where we belong. That place remains where we belong.
Stood where the water touched my boot, the soil soft, the silence mute. The current moved without a sound, but it took more than just the ground. I saw my youth float down that bend, fading light I couldn't mend. No sign, no bridge, no guiding rope, just fading ripples and old hope. You can't stand twice in the same stream. It won't recall what once had been. The river flows, it won't return. It carries fire, it leaves you burned. I carved our names in cedar bark before the sky turned cold and dark. The rain came fast, the names were gone. The wood remains, but not the song. Some chase the banks with aching eyes, but find no path where stillness lies. What's meant to stay will find its place, but not in water's fleeting trace. The river knows what we forget. What's out of reach is not regret. It teaches more than we deserve, a silent truth in every curve.
You left your cup on the windowsill. Lipstick faded, but the heat's there still. I ain't touched a damn thing you own. House full of things, still feels alone. The neighbors ask if I'm doing alright. I fake a smile right through the night, but every song that the silence plays feels like you're just a breath away. I'm holding on to half a light, burning slow through a darker night. You ain't here, but you feel so loud in every shadow of this quiet house. I try to move, but I stall inside, still waiting on a last goodbye. If you hear me in the back of your mind, just know I'm here with half a light. Clock on the wall still ticks too fast. Ain't been winded since the night you passed. I play voicemail just to hear your tone. You say love you like you're coming home. I ain't begging, I ain't calling you back, but if ghosts are real, then I want you back. No candles, no words, no prayer tonight. Just me, this house, and half your light. I'm holding on to half a light. No plans, no fight, no end in sight. You ain't here, but your voice still climbs through the cracks in my lullaby. I ain't mad,